All right. I just need to talk. I have to just practice just more, just from the heart, just like what I like like what's in my heart, like the thing that's actually inside me is just like I want to say just I got to talk my shit. Now, I don't want to sound like that. I'm I regularly restrain restrict I practice self-control. I don't just free flow speak my mind completely. Like just it's not just like there's a gate, right? Like there's what's happening in the heart and the mind in this area, and then it doesn't just slide out, right? It has to pass the filter. It has to pass through the gate first before I just push it on out. And so, but on the other hand, what wants to come out is just me saying I got to talk my shit. I have to talk my game. I got to talk my plans out. I have to speak them out into existence. They're too much. They're too. I've been throwing it around over and over, rolling with it, just kind of wrestling, grabbing it, sleeping on it, just revisiting it. How is it that I'm trying to transcend, move into a higher place? There's no way I can be satisfied here where I am now in the current uh rhythm and roll of what's been going on lately. Um I know I need to get back into it's a combination of things. So kind of what launched me, what kind of got me started, what kind of got me popping is that I was just looking for a thing. Just I was just like, yo, I want to go live on TikTok. I don't know what to do. Fortnite seems like a game that will help launch me. I'm a gamer. I like video games. I'm good with all that, right? Doesn't matter what game it is. And so what I I just leaned into Fortnite because you could put 16 players in a lobby and it just seemed like it's a mixture of just like fun, silly, just whatever, party style casual games. It's cozy at times, right? It's just funny, but it's also competitive and it's sweaty and it's tryhards, and people are really talented at the game, this actual skill. And so that combination of both happening at the same time make it for, it's a big time crowd pleaser. And that's just kind of like the game is a crowd pleaser, bro. It's so many people, so many different kinds of gamers love Fortnite. It is a crowd pleaser, and it's becoming and chapter 5 went even further at doing it even better, right? They got the festival, they got Rocket League, they got Lego, and then it's just they just keep on expanding their universe is just like blowing up. It's just growing. It's just expanding, and so it's a really the game just stands out as an exceptional game, and now I have a creator code. So I can put more than 16 players in the lobby, but I don't get that same kind of social connection that I had when I couldn't get, a creator custom battle royale or reload going. And so it's a mixed bag, but I don't know. What do I do? You know, I think that the thought that really kind of launched me to even start this video in the first place was that it reminded me of when I used to play not Rocket League. Why is my brain not trying to say this game? Uh what is that mobile game? Royale, Rocket Roy, Clash Royale. Clash Royale is like the first game that kind of got me back into gaming. You know, when I was in elementary school, bro, when I was like 5 years old was when I first started playing something. And it was an RPG game called Secret of Mana. It's the first game I really remember playing and kind of getting like totally mesmerized by the game. And I'm happy to see that I could play it again on this Xbox Game Pass. I currently have Doom. I currently have a couple games going installing right now because I don't know. I have Xbox Game Pass for free. I've been grinding Fortnite for a year. I watched FNCS competitive. I know I'm never gonna get there. And I'm trying to reason within myself like where does my competitive drive for Fortnite, where do I max out at? Where is my prime? Where do I, peak? Where is that point where it's just like, all right, I had a good run. I climbed the leaderboard as hard and as high as I could. And yeah, I'm not sure, right? Because I'm not even an Unreal player yet. I'm a diamond player, maybe an elite player right now, right? Like for rocket racing, I'm a champion racer, and maybe I'm an Unreal racer, but I'm basically a champion. Even though I could probably touch Unreal, I'm a champion racer, like just like where my average is at currently, and I feel like my average is I'm about to cross that elite threshold, but I think maybe I'm diamond status still. Maybe. I don't know. I don't grind ranked Fortnite that much, but I'll tell you what, gaming is a massive part of my life now. Like I was a gamer when I was 5 years old. I basically didn't stop until I was in my like mid 20s. And I took a long break. I took like I don't know, bro. It was like 5, 7 years off. Just no gaming. No gaming. I had my whole life kind of changed direction. I was doing different things. There was a belief system in my brain and my mind that said like you just simply don't you don't like gaming is for kids. It was kind of the thing that I grew up on. Gaming is for kids. Like it was just not a thing. Like Ninja set the standard. Ninja was the first major gamer streamer ever in the world that people were just so like, yo, this is a thing. Like this, it became he legitimized my passion, which I never knew, right? Because I mean, his dad is a super W, bro. His dad is a massive supporting system or supporting framework for Ninja's success. Without his dad's support, without his family's support in pushing that, you just don't have Ninja, who but it would be someone else. If it wasn't Ninja, it would be someone else because there's plenty of wonderful parents out there, right? So, and I love my parents too, but at the time, I'm older than Ninja. I'm older than Nicky 30. I'm older than Cypher PK. I'm older than the old heads of the streaming game, right? But what never ever stopped me was just like when I came back to gaming, when I came back to Clash Royale, it was it was like a I was like, yo, why did I ever give this up? Like there was times in my life before I came back to gaming, and the first game I really came back to was Clash Royale, and I was like, what? I actually genuinely suffered through a lot of sadness. Like I had a lot of just like, what am I doing with my life? Now I could talk about what I actually was doing with my life, but I do know that if I had spent more time gaming, even if it was just super casual, cozy, just like even if it was just a couple hours a week, I would have improved the quality of my life because I would have just been happier. Like, we all need forms of entertainment and escapism. You can't just be all work and no play all the time, right? And so gaming, entertainment, just playtime. Like, it's necessary. It just helps improve happiness, period. And for me, my playtime, my version of happier feelings in my recreational leisure time is and always was gaming. When I was a kid, it was absolutely a core part of my life. And then I gave it up, thinking that me being an adult had to get away from these childish things, and I had to figure out what that meant for me. Um, as I lose my voice, unfortunately, but I'm gonna keep talking anyway through it. And so I just think that I came back to gaming. I'm back in it, and I'm streaming. So in 2020 was like the first time I decided I want to take streaming, or not streaming. I want to take social media content creation seriously. It is actually a long-term investment for my future to put myself out there, meet new people. It's a form of networking. It's a form of branding. It's a form of just simply just, I mean, I say networking, but it's really a way to increase and fulfill, have a fulfilling just social life. And having a social life is a fundamental need. It is like food for our emotions, right? Our physical bodies need food. Our mental need, our mind, body, and soul, like our emotions, our feelings, our heart, where we find passion. When people talk and they got passion, people kind of listen to that. There's a difference. There's a difference between me, if I was just to kind of just talk mundane and just not really give you just energy, just life, just something that just lets you know that, like, I'm really about this. And so I don't know what makes up a human. What makes up a person? Mind, body, soul, right? It's just the physical, the mental, and the emotional. I don't know. Is there something else? But for me, the physical food you need, right? You gotta eat. That's a simple, plain thing to understand. I don't need to explain that. The mental, you gotta feed your mind. Now, one way that I'm also a nutrition nerd, so I'm gonna sidestep and sidetrack for a bit and lose some people here because they don't care about this stuff, but I do. But I do. And so I've been learning that to improve the quality of your thinking and to strengthen your mind, one thing you should be doing is getting more physical activity. You don't just study social media trends or read books or read a bunch of comments or just binge a whole bunch of social media content to enrich and fulfill your mind. That's not the only thing, because our mind is not a it's not a law it's not like an imaginary place. We have an actual brain. It's physical. The physical part of our brain, of our mind, needs like lubricant, things to keep it going, keep it smooth, keep it running. You know, the machinery in here needs to be the maintenance needs to keep on happening. And one way to do that is to just go take a walk. When we are physically moving our bodies, it is empowering and nourishing to the mind. It helps activate sensors and neurons to just grow our mind in the physical sense. Now, in the mental sense, there is truly the dedication, the focus, the I'm learning, deep interest, deep intellectual thirst to acquire the knowledge, right? And so that's happening regularly. But then the emotional side and the gaming just kind of, it just kind of does, for me, it's a form of all three. Like getting that social nourishment, that soul nourishment, that emotional nourishment comes from sharing your interests and ideas and passions, sharing your knowledge and the thing you love to do with other people. And people who love that also enjoy that and throw that kind of love back at you. It's a mutual energy that is shared. And so look, I say all that because the real thing, the whole thing I started with was the Clash Royale thing. This thing got me. The reason I started this video was because I came back to it and I started a clan in Clash Royale. And I met some people. Like, apparently Clash Royale is huge in India. Apparently. I don't know. It just worked for me at the time. And so when I changed my clan location to India, I met a bunch of people. And to this day, now I could hit them up and be like, yo, remember these good times? Remember how we were in Clash Royale? Remember what it was like? I could revisit that with those guys. I don't currently chat with them as much, not nearly as much as how I used to when I was originally in regular communication with them. It was just a pleasure to share common interest in a form of entertainment with other people. That was just it was a good thing that I enjoyed. And so part of the journey, part of the, you know, I didn't really, it was like a gradual thing that I just kind of, I don't know, I'm not sure exactly. I feel like we lost touch. I think we lost touch when I started getting more serious about thinking about how I'm going to push myself forward. Right? I couldn't just be like the clan leader of a clan in Clash Royale and just like push that. I mean, I could have, but it just didn't seem aggressive enough, I guess, or fast enough. It wasn't moving towards the goals of what I was seeing in terms of what was working for other people. And I just thought, you know, if you do go too slow, you get left behind. It is possible to fail from going too slow. There is a bit of a race happening. It's a bit of a there's a race happening. And so I need to take care of my body and my mind, but I need to go faster. And so, you know, there's a certain plateau I feel like I've hit that I'm trying to transcend. I'm trying to levitate higher above that. You know, I've gotten kind of complacent because I met some interesting, fun people, and I'm just kind of cool. Like, I'm just kind of chilling. I'm just kind of okay with vibing with them where they're at. But in the back of my mind, I keep thinking, but there's more work to be done. There's more work to be done. And when I talk about this with people, I don't like the subtle ways or not so subtle ways that I talk about these things, these ideas and concepts with other people. It's just everyone's got their own interests. Everyone's got their own, what excites them in the moment, and then what excites them long term. And they work on these things either now or later. And so I feel like I need to go back to my own camp, my own campfire, and reignite my own flame again for the things that I really truly deep down want to see happen for me, accomplish. And I'm not there yet. Some people think, some people are interacting with me and they're like, yo, I believe that you're going to make it. Like, I believe you're going to be something. And it's like, all right, that's cool, but that's not going to happen if I don't push. Because I'm definitely not there yet. And there's some people who think I'm there already. Or they're trying to gas me up and act like I'm there, and I'm not. I'm not for me. I'm not for me. This is not sustainable for me. This coming true would be something of a life, of a dream come. It would be a dream come true in my reality. It would be a dream come true in my current situation and reality. I would have never, like the thoughts I have nowadays, I didn't think that was possible. It was too far of a dream. I wasn't doing or taking the steps towards those things to get me going in that direction. I wasn't. But since I've been, I don't know, it was like, look, it's all steps. It's all just, you just add one step on top of another. You pile a bunch of stuff, and then you got that foundation, and then you can pile a bunch of more stuff on top of that stuff, and your thing gets bigger. You can build a taller thing on top of that, but it just takes time, and it just takes, I don't know. I'm learning this. There's not really much. I guess there's not really much else I can say other than I definitely need to play this back. I don't know how important it is gonna be for me to play back some of the things in the videos that I've recorded, because I have over 850 something 900 videos saved to my YouTube channel. I've been pushing out content like a madman, but it's all very slice of life. It's all very, this is me. What you see is what you get. I'm not entertaining, editing, anything. I'm just putting myself out there. And I get a mixed bag of people saying, like, actually, more often than not, for everyone who makes a comment or a critique on me as a content creator and social media producer, more often than not, I'm getting, yo, keep going. I believe in you. I love it. I love what you're doing. And I'm gonna keep doing it. But I need to do it in a way where, like, when I have random people who, now I say random, but truly they've become something of a, I'm like, I don't want to say falling in love, because there's a certain romanticism to that, but I am in love, or I genuinely am meeting people who I truly do love. Like, the thought of becoming and feeling and becoming like I'm growing my family, and I have these connections with people who, like, if we really truly have mutual care and concern, like family for one another, that's real. That's love. That's love. And so it's a beautiful thing. And I'm so here for it. And I want to be a part of it, but I also need to just push. I got to push. I'm not hearing or seeing much of anyone who is, like, in my camp right now. Like, they're not doing it. Like, I have to, it takes a video like this, and for one or two or five or three people to really truly just sit there and comprehend the message I'm putting out there to you, for you to take this to heart and be like, yo, I think Wes is really talking, like, he's really spitting his game right now. Like, he's talking his shit. This is his thing. This is me coming back full circle. This is everything I just laid out here is another layer that I'm adding on top of this foundation of this thing I'm building. And I need to build a very large club, organization, family, unit, network, server. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. but I do know that networking with people, but also leaning back leaning back hard into the stuff that provided the success in the first place is the avenue, it is the doorway toward finding out the new thing and doing it better, but staying in that lane. Like, everyone's got their lane, right? I'm not a I'm not a coder. I'm not a map maker. Not yet. Not yet. I should. That's a new thing. That's a new avenue I want to expand into. But my lane right now, I've been talking so much about competitive gaming, and I'm not trying. I'm not trying to practice lying. I'm trying to practice telling the truth. When I speak my mind and share my heart, it's because I really mean what I'm saying. So Wes, you better take this to heart. Every time you actually get lit up, when you find yourself talking about how much you love FNCS, because you love competitive gaming, because you love esports, because you love competition, because you just love it's not even about winning, it's just the thrill of it. It's the thrill of the hunt, it's the thrill of the passion of the fighting. It's the excitement, it's the battle, it's the arena. It's the gladiator shit. I love that fucking shit, bro. I love it. I love that gladiator shit. I love that warrior shit. Talk that shit. Play that shit. Game on that. Fight that. Push that. Be that warrior. Discipline yourself. Be tenacious. Be titanic. Be massive. Push, grow, expand. Refine your skills. Become a savage. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. It's the reality. There is a violence in this life that cannot be escaped. We are in it, submerged in it fully, and swimming all around it. I love peace and harmony and love and all that. I love all that kumbaya shit. I love it. I would rather be there, but that's not the reality of the situation that we're in. We're in a violent, winner take all, survival of the fittest life. That is the life that we are in. That is the journey that I'm trying to navigate. Now, how do I do that? How do I be a warrior in a garden? It takes tremendous discipline and self-control, but it takes tremendous effort and tenacity and desire to push yourself, to strengthen yourself, to put tremendous pressure on yourself because you're just a fucking piece of coal and you need to be a diamond.